Hey everyone, hopefully you can hear me. Welcome to a very windy seafront at Morecambe. Back in a minute when I can find a bit more shelter. Well, this is certainly a test for that glued-on wind muff. It's so windy. Hopefully we'll get out of the wind in a bit. Well, hopefully that's a little bit more sheltered. Oh, why is it always windy when I go near the seaside? So as I was saying, this is Morecambe. It's a little town in Lancashire. Behind me there is Morecambe Bay, and over the other side is a county called Cumbria, which we've already seen. See the mountains of Cumbria just in the distance there, I think. But I'm down at Morecambe seafront outside Morecambe Sailing Club. That's their building there and a slipway just behind me. I'm going to bike along the seafront for a little bit, then I'm heading inland towards Lancaster, the county town, and do a bit of a loop, I think. So that's Morecambe Bay, as I say, with Cumbria over in the background. Morecambe Bay is tidal, completely tidal. It empties twice a day and becomes the largest area of mudflats in the United Kingdom. It's over 120 square miles of mud. Nice to look at though, especially when the sky is so blue. It's a lovely day, and it'll be even better once we get out of this wind. Right, let's go and find out what it's got to offer. So those are the names of all the hills and mountains that we can see on the horizon in Cumbria, the other side of the bay. Interesting sculpture. Oh no, sand! Didn't see that coming. Will teach me to look, won't it? Thank goodness for thicker tyres. What's that? Oh my goodness. It's a giant whippy ice cream. I could be tempted actually. It's a bit early in the day for ice cream. Maybe later. So the statue that was behind me just back there, is a statue of a man called John Bartholomew. Some of you weren't expecting that, were you? John Bartholomew's middle name was Eric, and he came from Morecambe, and he was one half of the comedy duo Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise. Ernie Wise, his actual name was Ernest Wiseman. They were a comedy duo in the UK from 1941 until Eric's death in, I think it was 1984. Oh my goodness, it's windy. So the Queen unveiled that statue to Eric, and all the other stars of TV and theatre from around that time, all their names are written on the floor around it. I'm out on the end of the stone jetty. I'm not quite at the end yet. Shall we go out on the end? Yeah, let's go out on the end. Why not? It's very windy though, so you might not hear much. Nice when you get to turn your wind away from the back. It's nice when you get to turn your wind to the back. God, it's nice to turn your back to the wind for a moment. It's a lovely day, but the wind is cold coming off the water. As you can see, wearing the jacket. Right, I think it's about time we got off this cold seafront. Let's head inland a bit to Lancaster. Oh, that's better. So we're off the seafront now. Still in Morecambe, I'm just passing the railway station. Now, at the railway station is the start of, as you just saw, Route 69, the Way of the Roses. It's another Sustrans cross-country cycle route that goes from the Irish Sea at Morecambe, across Lancashire and into Yorkshire, across Yorkshire to a place called Bridlington on the east coast on the North Sea, and that's about 170 miles. So I don't think I'll be doing that one today either. No, today we're in Lancashire and that's where we're staying, just for today. So anyhow, we're going to follow the Way of the Roses to Lancaster. It sounds a bit posh English when you say Lancaster, doesn't it? What about Lancaster? Is that better? Lancaster? I think that's the way they say it around here. Apologies to the northerners who watch my channel and think my accent's dreadful. So that wind has now turned into a lovely tailwind for me. This is great. I'm going to be hitting Lancaster in no time. So whilst we make our way to Lancaster, a little bit about Lancashire. The county flag, as you saw from the thumbnail, is just a simple red rose. That's it. Just a simple red rose. The county itself is in the northwest of England. It's on the coast of the Irish Sea, as you've just seen with Morecambe. To the north is Cumbria, as you already know. Thank you. To the south we've got Greater Manchester and Merseyside. And to the east is North Yorkshire and West Yorkshire, I believe. So today we're doing the coast of Lancashire and the county town. I think tomorrow I might ride a little bit away from the coast, have a look at the Ribble Valley perhaps. It's another part of Lancashire, is a little bit more hilly. If I can find a fairly flat route along the Ribble Valley. Oh, look, you now coming here. Hello, mate. Well, he obviously didn't want to stop and talk. Hey ho, not everybody's cup of tea. So yeah, we'll try and find a flat route along the Ribble Valley and try and save my knees just a little bit. Still not quite on top of things with the old knees, but we've got a plan of action for that, I think. But more about that in another video. For today, let's just concentrate on Lancashire. This is a pleasant ride so far. It's all paved and fairly even. Yeah, not bad. So now we're getting into Lancaster. Lancashire Apparently Lancashire used to be the world centre for cotton trade. About 85% of the world's cotton was processed in towns throughout Lancashire. So there's loads of these old mill buildings that you can just see through the bushes there. Apologies for the bushes, I can't get past them, but can't get over them, sorry. There we go, there's a gap. Yeah, so these sort of buildings, the old mills of Lancashire. Predominantly cotton mill. Bit of a steep one. I need to go up here, there's something I want to see. and it's just behind this wall. Let me get my breath back and I'll tell you all about it. So in 1399, Lancaster Castle belonged to King Henry IV, but King Henry IV, he decided that he wanted Lancaster Castle to be held differently to all other crown properties. So he said that this would now belong to the Duke of Lancaster. At the same time, he said that the Duke of Lancaster would be determined by whoever interruptions. So where was I? So yeah, so at the same time he also declared that the Duchy of Lancaster would pass to whoever was sitting on the throne of England. So today the Duke of Lancaster is Queen Elizabeth II. So she owns this pile. Until 2011 it was a working prison, and today it's just used as a museum. There's guided tours to take you around. Right, well, we've seen the castle, let's go back down to the river. So this is the River Lune, or to some locals it's called Lune. Its source is up in the Cumbrian hills, about 53 miles away, apparently. As you can see here, it's tidal. The tide's gone out, although I think it's just turning. But that bridge over there, I think is the Carlisle Bridge. Used to be a railway bridge, but now has a road going over it, as you can see, cars going over. And in a moment we're going to go and have a look at the Lune Aqueduct, which is rather famous in these parts. We're going to have a look at that. So that's the Lune Aqueduct. It's got 5 separate arches. It was finished in the late 18th century, I think. And it cost all of £48,000 to build. Probably wouldn't get more than a few of those stones for £48,000 these days. But that carries the Lancaster Canal over the River Lune, and we're going to go up there in a minute, so you'll see what it looks like from up there. What do you reckon? From here, up there. So that's quite some feat of engineering. 1797 they completed this. I dread to think how much all that water weighs. Many hundreds of tons of water being held up above the River Lune. Lovely place. So peaceful as well. You know what's missing? All the canal boats. All this space and no boats. So it was originally planned that the Lancashire Canal would run from Kendal in Cumbria all the way down to what used to be the county of Westmoreland, but is now South Lancashire. They got as far as the River Ribble, which hopefully we'll see on another ride, but they got that far and then never completed it. The canal continues south of the River Ribble, but that's now considered to be part of the Leeds canal network. So what we have today is a little used piece of the canal network that's absolutely gorgeous. really do wish you guys could smell what I'm smelling. All the mixtures of different tree blossoms and animals in the fields. Occasional waft of the sea air just over to my left. About 3-4 miles away is the sea. It's an absolutely perfect day for cycling. Not too warm. Now I'm out of the wind, it's just really, really good. I think that's just about it for this one, guys. I've just come off the canal and now it's a quick scoot back down a hill into Morecambe and I'm back. Hope you enjoyed this little look at Lancashire. The first of a couple, hopefully. It's nice to be up in the northwest rather than the southeast for a change. Anyhow, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys. Ta-da. The tide's come in.